For years, fans of the Rolling Stones and the Beatles believed the so-called rivalry, often sensationalized in tabloid magazines, was largely exaggerated. However, Paul McCartney has suggested that there was indeed some genuine competition between the two bands. In a 2021 interview with The New Yorker, McCartney remarked that while the Rolling Stones primarily focused on blues covers, the Beatles explored a broader musical range. A week later, Mick Jagger appeared to respond playfully during a Rolling Stones concert, indirectly inviting McCartney to join them for a blues cover. This exchange served as evidence that the rivalry, though lighthearted, had a basis in reality. But why was this competition beneficial? Arguably, it pushed both bands to create some of their best work. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones first crossed paths in 1963 and even socialized together. Interestingly, the Stones secured their major record deal with Decca, partly due to a recommendation from George Harrison. Despite this early support, the two groups soon found themselves competing for chart dominance. Their relationship remained mostly friendly at first. The Beatles offered the Stones "I Wanna Be Your Man," which became a hit for the latter. However, John Lennon later downplayed the gesture, implying that the song wasn't one of the Beatles' stronger compositions and was simply passed along. Collaborations between the two bands continued, with members of the Beatles contributing vocals to tracks on their Satanic Majesties, Request an album whose cover was photographed by the same artist behind Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Lennon later accused the Stones of copying their style with that record. Even lyrics seemed to fuel the rivalry, with some interpreting lines in the Beatles' "Dig a Pony" as a subtle jab at the Rolling Stones. After the Beatles disbanded, tensions occasionally flared. Lennon criticized the Stones in a 1970 interview, while Jagger claimed he was indifferent to their breakup. Yet during the 1960s, this creative rivalry undeniably produced some of the greatest music in rock history.